Video a couple days ago that's doing pretty well, and I said how AI is taking over, and then if you're the best, you're gonna have a job. And a year ago or 2 years ago, I don't know, probably been a year ago, I paid $1,000 to talk to Mike Andes. If you don't know who Mike Andes is, he runs Augusta Lawn Care, and you get to talk to a person that has been in business. And with AI, you don't have to basically pay anyone anymore. You could just ask like, hey, learn about this person and look at everything and become this person, and what would this person say or do, or what would it tell you. So you don't have to pay any more money for advice anymore on the internet. So basically I paid for that, and I asked for it, his advice. I was like, yo, what should I do in this stage of business? He's like, get an assistant. I would, if I were you, get an assistant. So today my assistant is not here today, and it took me about 30-40 minutes to fucking fill out a PDF file and send it out to someone. And I was like, dude, because it kept crashing. The email didn't send. They're like, hey, I haven't received it. So we kept going back and forth. And by the time to send one fucking email and fill out one application, it took around 30-40 minutes. And that's the little things of like, where I say AI is not gonna, if you're the best, you're gonna be fine. Most companies and most contractors don't even have an assistant. Don't even have someone to answer the fucking phone. And it's crazy to me, because it's like one of the biggest things, like, get yourself a assistant. And they're like, well, and people are like, oh, I saw you post on Instagram, I saw you do this, I saw you do that. I was like, I have not done none of that. It's like my assistant handles all of that. It's her day off, but something like this would have been her job. I'm like, yo, can you reply to this email, fill out whatever they're asking, do this and do that. But she's not here today, so I had to do it, because she took requested time off. And it's crazy to me that, I'm telling you, it's not, I would never like fully replace someone, because I'm still gonna need an assistant with AI. But it's gonna eliminate two other people, where before you would probably need two to three other assistants to help you. Now that assistant could, with AI, could just manage almost everything else. So that's where I think everywhere, that's how technology is moving forward. That if you're the best, you'll be safe, because you'll still have a job. But if you suck, or you're not the top performing person, you're gonna get laid off. And that's how I see with like robots. If they do come and join the trades, they're gonna eliminate the people that like simple stuff like digging, and you're gonna program the robot and like do. But there's always gonna be someone that supervises the robots, and that's gonna be a master and knows how to, like, if the robot is tripping out and has a glitch, you could stop it and be like, yo, stop breaking concrete, dude. You've been breaking concrete nonstop. You're 50 feet deep. Like, obviously it's having a mental breakdown. So people like me and the best are always gonna have a job. It's just the people under that don't perform, that's you're gonna get subsidized. Even when you go to like fucking McDonald's now, you hear the AI voice like, hello, can I take your fucking order? It's like stupid little jobs like that are gonna get left out. And then, unless you're an expert, or a professional, I think you're gonna get wiped out by AI. But yeah, dude, I don't know how people don't have an assistant. I'm already losing my mind when like something so small. And these are the little things that take your business to the next level. It's like having an assistant, so you're not wasting time on stupid ass emails, because they do take time. It's just, I don't know why it didn't want to send. The link didn't work, and just like we were going. And now with AI, you got to keep in mind, we get like 20 to 30 fucking emails now that are potentially spam. So you don't even know what emails are actual emails anymore. So it's like the game is getting changed so quick that emails becoming irrelevant. So now it's like you got to go back to the old way. It was like a phone call and talk to the customer, because AI is, there's too much going on right now, and it's all over the place. So that's my opinion with AI. Where I think another thing is, back in the day when I started my company and made my logo, my first logo, which is, this is my second logo. With my first logo, I obviously didn't know how to draw, and I paid someone on Fiverr like 40, $50 to write and design me a logo, and then um before all these AI stuff, now you could pay like $10 or for the free version and tell ChatGPT or whatever AI model you're using to give you a free version of a logo. And you can be like, hey, this is my idea, give me a logo, and it's free. So the cost of entrepreneurship is going way down right now. Well, back in the day would cost more money, and it's crazy because I use Fiverr to adapt because a graphic designer was gonna charge me like $600-700 to make a simple design with like 3 revisions. So the cost of entering into business is coming down, which is a good and a bad thing because then you get more competition. But it's a good thing because like the best survives. There's always, you can't be afraid of competition. But like, the bigger companies, I don't know if they can adapt. And there's always these quotes that's like, dude, you gotta be willing to take yourself out of business or willing to adapt, because if you don't adapt, someone like me is gonna go. Like right now, if I look at my numbers, like the bigger companies are around 30% higher than me. And but what's crazy with me with the AI, what I'm using with AI, it's like I'm trying to cut down on the overhead of being able to send out estimates faster, being cut down on driving time. And when you got someone like me that could instantly underbid the bigger guys and get way better quality of work, then obviously more people are gonna start going. It's like, hey, this guy does better work and it's around 20 to 30% cheaper than the bigger companies. But not only if I'm 20 to 30% cheaper than the other guys doesn't mean I'm making less money, because my overhead is less. So if I am able to charge the customer 20 to 30% less, but have a 20% more profit margin than the bigger guys. Because just because the bigger guys are charging more doesn't mean they're making more. They have bigger overhead. They have more trucks. They have more maintenance. They have more people on standby time. They does just because you see a bill, like example, like one of the biggest things, like one for a 40 gallon water heater in my area, the bigger companies are charging between 3 to 6 grand, and I could be at 3 grand and be pretty profitable. A handyman might charge you $1,500, so there's like 3 different price points. But where do you make the money? If I'm getting my jobs naturally, which means I'm not paying for leads, which customers are recommending me, people are finding me locally, SEO. I don't have to pay a Google click. A Google click costs around $60 to $70, $80 per plumber, per click. Not even per job, per click. So imagine off those 4 or 5 grand, $400 already went to marketing. So then right there, like that's how people are like, and you got to keep in mind, if we're always at peak efficiency, and the guys are at 40-50% efficiency, the bigger guys, you got to keep in mind they got to have people on standby, and they don't have enough jobs for the guys to go and get enough hours. Then they're probably gonna lose. So I might be able to charge 3 grand for a water heater when the competition is charging 3 to 6 grand for a 40 gallon water heater, but I'm still making more money than them. And that's the little efficiencies with AI and how you run your business. And then people are gonna be like, "Yo, this guy is not the cheapest guy. He's not a handyman. I'm not gonna charge you like a handyman, but it's like the benefits and this is what's gonna be a danger to AI, because like I'm telling you, it's so easy to start a business nowadays because the cost of entry is going down. So it's gonna be way easier for someone to get their license. If you don't, it's so easy to do because the answers are right there. You could just ask it and it tells you what to do. Back in the day, I had to go on Google and I was the AI. I would have to do research. I would have to be the one trying to figure out. And with AI, you just ask it the question and it gives you the fucking answer. So it's it's so simple for anyone, and the cost of entry is going down, which it's also gonna go lower the prices. So number one, the bigger companies are backed by private equity are gonna be charging 5 to 6 grand. Another guy, there's going to be even more people starting their business because they're like, oh, I should start my own business because it's AI says it's gonna it helps you. The cost, what it used probably what it cost me when to start my business back in the day was around 7 grand, which is like a piece of shit truck, a logo, website, whatever. Like cost of entry back then was 7 grand. Now we're talking about cost of entries like probably, if you already have a vehicle, you could just run off a little. And it's the crazy part is you could run um like algorithms analysis, and it tells you step one step like what should I do, what should I do, like it. You have a marketing department that like I didn't have before, so you could avoid so many mistakes, and you could probably start a plumbing business for around 2 to 3 grand now. So that's like 50% less when I started a business. So what does that mean? That means more people are gonna be like, I'm gonna start my own fucking business. And what does that mean with the prices? That means the price is gonna go down for plumbers at the same time going high. There's gonna be like, the people are gonna be so fucking confused because you're gonna get plumbers that are gonna be like, oh, I'll do it for $1,000. And then you're gonna get plumbers that are gonna be like, I'll do it for $3,000. Then you're gonna get plumbers for $8,000. And number one, the people that are charging $1,000, which was used to be me, because I didn't understand business, and I'm still learning. You're gonna realize you can't operate like that. But you're the competition. There's gonna be so much competition with everyone that it's gonna be the best and worst time to start a business. Like I said, it's always like this. Luckily, I already have a brand where people call me, so I'm not at the bottom, so I have a huge head start, and I'm also adapting. So I think the bigger ones that are gonna be hurting is the bigger companies because they got money, and what I mean by money, they could go and get a $20 million loan in private equity and be like, here's $20 million, make it work. Where me, I gotta pinch every single penny and every dollar because I can't compete on Google. I mean, I could, but it's like I gotta be willing to drop 10 to 20 grand a month on Google just to compete with those guys. And like I said, even if I do drop 10 to 20 grand on Google, then I'm gonna have to have the people. So there's a fine line where they're like how people say, like Mike Andy says, like you can run a 500K company and have more money than running a $2 to $3 million company and have no money. So the biggest thing is which I'm focusing on right now is just like trying to make money, not trying to grow, not trying to do anything, which is literally why everyone starts a business, because which is start a business to make money, and you get so into it that all you want to do is grow, 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 and then you realize, dude, I'm fucking broke. I'm broker than ever before. But yeah, that's my opinion with AI.